Hello and welcome. My name's Tracy, and I am the mother of three, and I am currently, due to a whole big long story that I will not get into right now, unable to hang out with my children. With two out of three of my children, the oldest is an adult and lives with me most of the time, but the other two, I'm not allowed to hang out with them due to a big long story, and a story which I am putting in a book, by the way. But in the interest of attempting to somehow maintain some sort of connection and relationship with my children, I started reading The Hobbit on my original, personal YouTube channel, which is located at Tracy Aist, and you can find the playlist. It's public. But I read The Hobbit by chapter, along with commentary and me flubbing words and making yeah. Anyway, I I do faces for days, just that way. And I really enjoyed reading the book, and so I decided that I wanted to continue this reading excellent literature out loud to my children, but also I decided that I wanted to expand it and read by chapter other books, other excellent literature. So, in the interest of that, I'm going to be starting with, may as well, that's where we left off with my kids. You can check the other channel for that, but this is for this channel, and we're going to start with the fellowship. And I'm not just reading for my children. I've wanted to read for all the motherless babies out there, for whatever reason and whatever age they are. I wanted to read these some awesome stuff. I mean, after the Lord of the Rings trilogy, I think I'm going to try to tackle the Silmarillion, which will be interesting because I've never actually managed it. But I've tried a couple times. That's the only book that's bested me thus far, that I've attempted. But yeah, so I wanted to read excellent books that I think everybody should read or hear the story of. And the sentence cadence and the way that Tolkien put together his descriptions and his sentences, it's fun, and I enjoy reading it. And I hope that everybody out there who watches these videos will appreciate it and maybe enjoy it. It might be entertaining. I have no idea. I am entertained. Maybe you will also be entertained, but also just because I love people, and I think that the world is improved with the telling of good stories, where good triumphs over evil, and where people are honorable, and the dishonorable people are quickly bested by the good guys. And yeah, those kind of stories are nice. Quite often it doesn't seem to play out in reality, but it's nice to be reminded that it could happen, even in fantasy places like Middle Earth. But I mean, it's really all just a metaphor, isn't it? So I hope that you'll join me, and I hope that my background gets less janky. Shit balls, Batman. Can you read that in the video? I hope not. Gracious. And I cussed. Dagnabbit. Well, it was just shit, so maybe it's fine. And besides, it's just an introduction, and I don't need to take another take of this. It'll be fine. I'm a one take Jones. I've decided, because it's more authentic that way. If I do it in one take, and it's the first time, good enough is good enough. So, anyway, I hope you'll join me. And this is a terrible commercial for my reading a book. But, oh well, it's fine. Yeah. Leave me suggestions in the comments. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously, but leave me any suggestions in the comments as to what books that I should read after I read The Lord of the Rings and attempt the Silmarillion, which will probably be hysterically funny. I'm not gonna lie. Me reacting to the frustration of attempting to read that out loud is gonna be, it should be cherry. But past that, I'm thinking like some classics, like I with commentary, of course, because that's what I do. And I was thinking like Siddhartha and Zen in the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance sounds fun. Although that's a bit like beyond my children right now, but they'll be there eventually. They'll get there. And there's gosh, I've got several over there on the To Kill a Mockingbird. I've got like the entire required reading shelf, which was like my suggested, like, you have to read these books so that you can be a fully formed human. That was like my thing that I told my kids, like, you until you read all these books, you don't get a full vote in the family. And it was good stuff. 1984, To Kill a Mockingbird, Fahrenheit 451, Lord of the Rings. So I'm thinking I'll read them the required reading shelf, or read everybody the required reading shelf, because I don't have like dinners to cook or laundry to wash for my children, so I got a lot of extra time on my hands. And I'm working on several other things, but yeah, I want to do this for my kids because I'm not getting to spend the time with them. And I figured I'd expand it to doing it for everybody's kids and everybody's inner kids and their inner children, like all the children and inner children. I want to read these books too. So and just be kind of mom for everybody. And I should probably do it wearing my hat. That's better. So I'm going to read The Lord of the Rings, Part 1, The Fellowship of the Ring. I hope you'll join me. I hope you enjoy it. And I hope I don't stutter too much, because that would suck. But these hardcover books have never actually been read, which is like, that's like a sports car that's never been driven, or a supermodel that's never been loved, or yeah, it's just, it's tragic. So these books should be read. Like, I should feast my eyes upon every page, and it'll be great, and we'll enjoy it together. Yay!